Welcome, it's the Drive audio podcast. I'm Lennon Ryder. Today, Lila and Max visit Pittsburgh, so let's join them now.
So we're here in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
For GT Euston's new album release party.
It's a big one.
Huge, right?
What?
E-Precision Records invited us out.
They did.
And we're doing this deep dive from the Cathedral of Learning.
Beautiful space.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've never been here before.
It's iconic.
I know. I was looking forward to this.
Yeah.
It's got this great Gothic architecture.
And the food they have here is fantastic.
I know. Kielbasa, pierogies.
You know what got me, though?
What's that?
Those salads with the french fries on top.
Pittsburgh salads.
I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, it's a Pittsburgh thing.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm loving?
What?
Moon Township.
Oh, yeah.
We're staying out there.
We are.
Great little spot.
Yeah, we had that delicious lunch yesterday.
Casamigos, right?
Casamigos, so good.
Really good Mexican food.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about food.
No.
We're here to talk about GT Euston
Of course.
and his new album, G-Man.
Really fascinating stuff.
It is, and we thought it would be really interesting
Yeah.
to dive deep into one of his latest music videos,
Absolutely.
which is It's the End of the World,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
and it's so timely, especially given the recent,
The political climate.
political climate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's going a little crazy,
Yeah.
right?
It seems that way.
I mean, every 4 years,
Like clockwork.
yeah, it's like we lose our minds.
Right.
And social media, it just amplifies everything.
It's an echo chamber.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what struck you about the video's message?
Well, I think it's interesting how he uses satire
Mm-hmm.
to really highlight this anxiety that people feel,
Especially during elections.
especially during elections.
Right.
And I don't think it's just about poking fun at
The doomsday.
the doomsday reactions, right? I
Yeah.
think it's more about making us question
Our own behavior.
our own online behavior, right?
Yeah.
Like how quickly we jump to these extreme conclusions. And I think a perfect example of that is the line,
Okay.
every 4 years, we ride this wave.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because he also has that part
Which one?
where he's like screaming, "We're doomed," from their living room chair.
Oh, yeah.
Then sipping their Starbucks and letting down their hair.
Yeah.
Like, is he saying that there's a disconnect between
Oh, that's a good point.
the online rhetoric
Yeah.
and what people are actually concerned about?
Possibly. I mean, I think he's definitely pointing out,
Okay.
the performative nature
Of some of these
of
reactions.
some of these reactions, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like they're playing a role.
Yeah.
They're taking on this persona
Right.
of the disillusioned doomsayer.
Locking old friends, unfollowing king.
Yeah, declaring democracy's past.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh, it's so true.
I've seen those exact reactions
Yeah.
in my own social media feeds.
Same.
And, it's not just politics. It's
I
like any major event.
It could be anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the world is ending,
Right.
according to social media.
And it's like he satirizes that even more
Okay.
with those research and links
Oh, yeah.
that lead to conspiracy theories and world-ending comments.
It's so over the top,
It's ridiculous.
but it's also kind of true.
It's a reflection of how misinformation spreads.
Right. And how it feeds into all this anxiety.
Exactly.
But then what's so fascinating to me is how quickly it fades.
Oh, I know.
Next week, they'll be back to watch Netflix with friends.
It's like it never happened.
It's like it never happened.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
But that's the part that makes you think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like on the one hand, it's funny,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, it's like this rapid shift back to normalcy.
Right.
Does that suggest a certain level of detachment?
What do you mean?
Well, maybe it speaks to a sense of powerlessness,
Okay. Yeah.
when people are faced with these complex issues.
They vent online and
And then life goes on.
they move on.
They move on.
It's interesting.
It is.
So do you think
Yeah.
that Euston is trivializing genuine concerns by portraying them satirically like this?
That's a tough question.
I mean, is he being dismissive? Or is he offering...
Like a cathartic release.
Yeah, like comic relief.
Yeah.
I mean, the world can feel pretty overwhelming these days.
It can.
It really can.
So what do you think?
I think maybe it's a bit of both.
Okay.
Satire can be a powerful tool
Yeah.
to hold up a mirror to society.
Right.
Even if it makes us uncomfortable.
Right.
It forces us to confront these behaviors and really question their meaning.
So it sounds like we're saying it gives us a lot to think about.
It definitely does.
And we want to know what you think.
Yeah.
Is Euston being dismissive?
Or is he offering a cathartic release?
Have you noticed this end-of-the-world behavior?
In your own social media feeds.
It's pretty fascinating stuff.
It is.
Makes you look at the world a little differently.
It does. Well, thanks for diving into this with us, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Drive Audio Podcast. We release content regularly here on our YouTube channel. So please like, share, and subscribe to never miss our curation of modern music. Until next time, I'm Lennon Ryder.